Hey, I am letting everyone in. Seems like everybody got here at the same time. Okay. We have about 4 minutes before we get started. If you have anything to do, go ahead and do it. I will be right back.
If you see my iPad.
No.
I'm going to continue letting everybody in.
Oh, 13.
Put my sweatshirt on. All right. And now I'm going to organize my thoughts real quick here. A couple of things we're going to talk about today.
No.
We have about a minute, and then I'm going to get started. Ignore how I look. I was just running and getting my steps in.
Really?
Oh. Uh-huh.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start our meeting. Welcome, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the meeting. If you didn't come to the previous meetings, welcome to the weekly meetings. Today is our second weekly meeting. Okay, I was just reading a message, sorry. Everybody can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that that message said that you couldn't hear me. So I read the message real quick. And I'll answer your question, Jessica, for sure. So I have a topic and I also have subtopics. So I'm gonna do a lot of talking like I normally do. It is being recorded, so keep that in mind. Hopefully you guys are coming to the meetings, and if you're not, you're watching them on record, and that's going to be one of the things I'm going to touch on today. Okay, so first thing I'm going to touch on is I dropped the ball on the step challenge again. So it is starting on Monday. I dropped the ball, but I also didn't drop the ball. And that's going to be part of what I'm talking about today too. But getting in your steps, giving yourself a challenge. I had 2 people say they want to do the step challenge. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. You guys are in this to make changes, and to tell me that I'm never going to make all the steps, there's no way I can do it, you're setting yourself up for failure. I don't care if you do 10,000 steps a day. Somebody in the step challenge might not be doing 10,000 steps a day, but they win the challenge. So join the challenge. You win the money. I don't take anything from it. It's a $10 per person pool. And you get the whole pot of money when you get the most steps in. It's not only about getting the money, it's about challenging yourselves to do something you normally don't do. The new shirts say it all. What doesn't challenge you will not change you. If you are consistently doing 5,000 steps a day, we're going to talk about this today, you are sedentary. That is considered not active. You are sedentary. You are an 80-year-old person sitting on a freaking couch. And there are ways and reasons why you need to get up and start moving. And I think I'm off on a tangent because I've gotten so many messages this week. And this is the first challenge that I felt this way, that I sit at a desk all day. There's no way that I can, and this was what pissed me off kind of. There's no way I can get my steps in. 5 effing minutes later, I see this person posting on social media. If you have time to sit and stare at your phone, take your phone with you and play on your phone and go for a walk. That's right. All my work, my brain is here. Before I come on these meetings, I walk for 20 minutes getting my thoughts together. We are multitaskers. Don't tell me you're not cooking and looking on social media and watching the TV and yelling at your kids at the same time. We all have done it. We all can do it. Telling me that you can't do something is a cop-out, is an excuse, and you are setting yourself up for failure. And I don't want to hear it. I want you to tell me I'm going to try, not I cannot do it. If you tell me you're going to try and you fall short, that's okay, because you took the challenge. You're trying. You want to make a change. But if you tell me I only do 5,000 steps a day and I can't do more than that, then you really don't want to change what you're doing. In order to make a change, you have to change your habits. We all do. And I myself have done the same thing. I was like, oh, I could do 10,000 steps a day. That's no big deal. I could do that. I mean, I do that in my sleep. So I had to bump it up between 15 and 18,000. Is it hard for me to do? Of course it is. Mike's cooking the dinner. I'm like, babe, how much time we got? I got to get my steps in. And I run upstairs and get on the treadmill. And I'm always like, do you care if I go do this? Are you okay with it? He's like, you don't have to ask me, but if this is what you want to do, you go do it. You know, I used to walk outside all the time and getting like the skin cancer on my face and having to get it cut out in 2 weeks. I'm like, I can't walk outside anymore. So that time that I was doing in between clients, parking my car and walking to get my steps in, I can't do it anymore. I have to find other ways. And I am doing it every day. I'm getting in at least 17 to 18,000 steps a day. If I can do it, you guys can do it. I stand and look at clients all day long. I don't walk. Great, 10 reps, good, do another set. Like, I'm not doing it with them. So that's my little
Tangent.
I don't know. I wasn't planning on losing my mind, but I guess I kind of did. So the step challenge starts on Monday. Message me if you want to be a part of the step challenge. It's a group, it's already set up, and I will put you in the group. A part of the step challenge will be, if you post your steps every single day, regardless of if you win or not, and you decide to stay in for the next session, you get an additional $10 off your session. If you're not at the bottom of the barrel, like if you're at the lowest where I was like 3 years ago, I can't do that, but I'll give you something. You have a choice. You can either have the $10 off your next session. The people that don't get the $10 off are going to get a Shred Tribe gear something. But you have to post every single day for the next, until May 9th, I think it is. Putting your steps in. Even if it's 4,000 steps, I don't care. But show me that you're committed, you're engaged, and you're trying.
Why am I looking at these girls dressed?
Okay, moving on. Okay. I'm gonna read you guys a couple of things. I want you to think about this. Are you hitting your macros within the 10 grams for your proteins and carbs? And are you doing within 4 to 7 for your fats every day? This is a non-negotiable. 16 protein, 18 carbs, 24 protein, 17 carbs is not negotiable. That's not what we do. And if you're doing that every day, you need to start in the morning and start building your day. If you see red lines, and I'll show you what I mean. And this is where you say, oh no, this is my sign. I need to speak to Shannon. If you see this, I'm not going to have the person's name. You can't see names. If this is your report on one day, the next day, the following day, then you need to be calling out to me. If you have one of those days with red, you need to be reaching out to me. I'm here to coach you. Don't feel like you're doing this on your own. If you are hitting the red and you're like, oh, I'm going to try it tomorrow, and then you hit red again, that means, let me ask Shannon, why am I hitting the red? Why am I doing this? What can I do to not hit the red? And it's more than likely you're eating your food and then logging it. Or you're logging it. Beth, I wasn't talking about you. You didn't have to raise your hand. Or you're logging it, but not really looking at what you have left.
Right.
So you're like, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to log it. Oh, no big deal. I'm over. That's not how it works. Let me help you. All right, next thing. Are you adding alcohol correctly? I just want to reiterate that the things on the containers are not correct. A couple of people over the weekend, it's only been a week, so I understand, but you're scanning your alcohol. You can't scan alcohol. It's a lie. The health department doesn't regulate alcohol nutrition. You have to take the calories, whatever the calories are for what you're drinking, you divide it by 4 if you're using carbs and 9 if you're using fats. You can use both, but there are no proteins in alcohol. I've seen it like 3 times this past week. I wish there was, but there's not. All right, next question. Are you doing cardio at least 90 to 120 minutes a week? That's 7 days, not 5 days. And 2 to 3 strength training sessions. Your strength training could be 20 to 30 minutes. It could be the band workouts we do on Zoom. It could be any of the workouts that are in the app. These are at-home workouts in the app that I've given you guys. The 22, 44, 66 that's in the app takes 1 minute, like maybe 2 minutes to do. If you did that every day, you will see your body change. That was something I started during COVID when we were on lockdown, and I was working out with everybody every day. And every day at 9 a.m., we would all meet on Facebook Live and do the 22, 44, 66. So it's 22 push-ups, 44 squats, and 66 seconds of planks. If you guys are looking at me like you have no clue what you're talking about, that means you've never opened up the kettlebell on your app.
Oh.
Because if you click on the kettlebell, one of the first things you see, 20-minute band core circuit, 20-minute body weight glutes at home, and 22, 44, 66. So I see people making faces like, I don't know what she's talking about. Play on your app. Look what's there. There's so much in here. And I take the time to make these workouts for you guys. I even added new ones for this particular challenge. So please take the time to look at them. They're really, really, really good. Corinne, are you getting your steps in?
Bye.
You're so funny. Love that. Okay. One day we'll have a walking meeting and we'll go outside when it's summertime and everybody can walk with me like you used to do during COVID. Okay. Are you drinking your water? So yeah, this might probably, for some people, it could be one of the biggest challenges. You know, they forget, they get busy. The first thing you should do in the morning is drink water, a full thing. I love how everybody grabs their water when I talk about it too.
Yeah.
I do too.
I don't even have
Isn't that funny? This is 16 ounces. So if you knock it out with 1 or 2 of these before you get to the office, bottles of water, that's 32 ounces right off the bat. That means, so I weigh 142 pounds on a good day. So let's pretend let's go beyond that. I'm like 145. So 70 ounces, 73 ounces a day. If I drank 2 of these before I walked out the door, I'm already halfway there. It's not that difficult, but if you take and you just sip all day, everybody drink, cheers. You'll get it in, I promise you. Start it off with a bang and you'll get it done. Are you staying engaged in the tribe and watching the weekly Zooms? Doing the step challenge will knock that right out. Because every day you got to be active in the app. Every day you got to post your steps. By doing that, I want to back up real quick. I'll have people that come to me like, if I'm private training them or work at Orange Theory or I'm at Retro Fitness, and they'll say, can you show me how to do this on my app? And yes, they do get me one-on-one at that point. And I look and I see, and I know it's like this because I do this on the treadmill, but if I see this at the top of your app, those red dots, I immediately know you're not looking in the groups. Because as soon as you open a group,
It goes away.
your dots go away.
Oh, goodness.
So if you're one of those people that have red dots,
I got red dots.
especially in the important announcements group, you need to be looking at that. Please. Okay. Everybody is muted. Nobody's not muted. There's nobody not muted. Okay.
So there are people that are not
I
muted.
didn't see the step challenge. I want to try it though. Okay, I'll take care of that. And let me just answer this question real quick and then I'm going to move on. Actually, let me finish this. So if you answered no to any of the questions I just asked, reach out to me. I'm here for you. So really quick, hitting your macros within the 10, adding alcohol correctly, doing your cardio, doing your strength. Are you drinking your water? Are you staying engaged in the tribe and watching the weekly Zooms? If you answer no to any of these questions, we need to connect one-on-one. I typed it up because I'm sending it to everybody individually as well. Just because I feel like when it goes in your inbox, it hits home too. This is going in your inbox too. But I feel like talking about it today. Okay. So let me get my notes out. When you start a new program, when you start a new lifestyle change, when you are creating new habits, sometimes it's hard to be consistent. Sometimes it's hard to stay motivated. I get it. So I have a bunch of things that I put together that I'm actually, gosh, I'm all over the place. Let me go back to one more thing about steps. And then I'm going to get off my steps because I forgot I typed up a bunch of stuff about steps. I wasted my notes. Okay. Sedentary is 5,000 steps per day. Low activity is considered 5,000 to 7,499. Somewhat active, 7,500 to 9,999. An active person is 10,000 steps per day. So if you told me, or you put in your app, or in your consultation form, how active are you during the day? And you said you're a server or a teacher, but yet you're really only hitting 5,000 steps a day. I probably need to recalculate your macros. Completing an extra 10,000 steps a day will burn typically 2,000 to 3,500 extra calories per week. 1 pound of fat equals 3,500 calories. So depending on your weight and workout intensity, you could lose about 1 pound per week by completing the extra 10,000 steps a day. Doesn't that make you want to join the step challenge? 100%. So many people, since I started my 18,000 step thing, have said to me, wow, you've lost weight. I'm like, I have not lost weight. I get on the scale every single Monday. I have not lost weight. My body has shrunk because I've lost body fat, because I've been getting my steps in. So it's super, super important. Okay. So I'm not going to get through all of these because I have like 20 things I wrote down or typed up, but I want to get through a couple. Okay. So I want you to focus on a feeling. When you started the Shred Tribe, how did you feel? When you started this new session, how did you feel? I ask you guys that, right? The first week, I'm like, what's your feeling today? And people are like, excited, focused. I usually ask it every week. It's Monday. How are you feeling about the week? When you guys think of that feeling, think about how good it makes you feel, or think about how you can turn that into being more focused and more committed. Think about when you get on the scale once a week, not every day, maybe Fridays for accountability, but doesn't count, every Monday, and you see it move even a little bit. What does that feel like? What does it feel like when you look in the mirror and you say, I may not have lost anything this week, but I tracked every single day and I was 100% focused and committed, and going forward, I know I could do a little bit better what I'm eating or hitting my numbers better. Doesn't mean you tracked every day. Doesn't mean you had to hit every day, because, you know, tracking is the first thing. Then you learn how to hit your numbers, right? You have to figure out the food first, and then you start learning how to play macros Tetris. All those feelings is what's going to help you keep moving along. So staying positive, staying motivated. I like to think of everybody like, what affirmation gives you a really good butterflies feeling in your stomach? I am pretty, I am beautiful, I can do all things. There's so many different affirmations. I am a strong, powerful woman. I am a strong, powerful man, whatever. Whatever affirmation works for you, write it down on a Post-it note. Then it has to be a positive affirmation, and you're going to put it on your mirror. It could be your car mirror. It could be your work mirror if you have your own office with a bathroom. It could be your house mirror, but somewhere that you're looking. One girl always put it on her refrigerator. She actually put it a bunch of places. One of the places was her refrigerator. And it was her motivational affirmation, and she said it every single day. That's going to give you that feeling, that motivational feeling, that drive. And if you focus on that when you're feeling lost or disconnected, and you look at that, whether it's on your phone or wherever it is, it will help you get back to that feeling. It'll help you stay motivated. It will help you stay consistent. So many times we get frustrated by the number on the scale. You know, we get frustrated because, and I'm going to go more into detail about these things, but we get frustrated because we compare ourselves to other people. Well, how did she lose weight so fast? Why did she lose 5 pounds? Why did Shannon give her numbers better than she gave me? Why does she have such a better macros count? Because she's losing weight so much faster. Or hopefully Shannon didn't give me the same numbers as her because she works out way more than I do. So never compare yourself to anybody else, especially in the Shred Tribe. You guys are all one person of your own. You're an individual. Your numbers are individual and customized for you. Everybody's metabolism is different. And that is because a lot of us have damaged our bodies, our metabolism. I'm one of them. I'm like the biggest yo-yo dieter you will ever meet until I started doing my own program. I did every program under the sun. I had the slowest metabolism, because there's really no such thing. Because I reversed my metabolism by losing a lot of weight, gaining it back, losing a lot of weight, gaining it back. You know, look at Oprah Winfrey. She has the worst metabolism. And now the company she represents, Weight Watchers, is doing a diet drug. It's giving out Ozempic. That makes my stomach turn. I'm not even going to go off on that tangent. I had a whole post for that on social media, and I pulled it back because I didn't want anybody attacking me after I posted it. But all that stuff, even Ozempic, damages your metabolism. And now we are correcting it. So everybody's different. It might take you a little longer to correct the damage you've done. But in 2 or 3 weeks' time, you're going to be like, oh my God, I lost 5 pounds this week because your metabolism caught up. Your body caught up to what you're doing now. You're treating it the way it should be treating it. You're feeding it the way it should be fed. You are a machine. And you have to treat your body like that machine. So going back, so how are you feeling? Positive affirmations. Something that might help you is, I hate to say it, but putting a carrot halfway. So at the 4-week mark, I've been tracking for 4 weeks. I am going to buy myself a book, the book I've been really wanting to read. I'm going to get myself a new sports bra. Never reward yourself with food. There's no reason to reward yourself with food because you can have anything you want. And we've always rewarded our children with food, and that's going to be another meeting also. But you don't want to reward yourself with food. So find things that make you happy. I love I love all things, but I love sneakers. I love sports bras. So give yourself that goal. Like anytime I finish a certification, because I am like a snail when it comes to certifications. Anytime I finish certification, I'm like, okay, if you get the certification done by this time, buy yourself this. Do the same thing. Like it's not about the weight loss. Remember that. It's about getting halfway to the 8-week mark. I made it 4 weeks. I'm going to do this. And the next 4 weeks, I'm going to do this. And if you give yourself those marks, you'll stay consistent waiting for those marks. Now, if you said, if I lose 5 pounds by 4 weeks, you're just going to set yourself up for failure. Don't give yourself those number goals. Give yourself a reward of how long of a period of time you are committed to something. You're changing your habits, starting this new journey. Concentrating your mood after you've eaten a healthy meal. Don't you feel so good after you eat healthy? And like after you've turned away the bad food? Think about that feeling. After you had a really good workout. Whoever worked out with me last night on Zoom, when you got done, it was 30 minutes. How good did you feel getting done with that workout? Right?
Oh, I felt good.
It took 30 minutes. We did it. We banged it out, burned almost 250 calories. But we were at 30 minutes and you had that amazing feeling. Same thing with food. Same thing with getting a workout done somewhere else. Getting in your steps, whatever you're doing. How great Corinne's going to feel after this meeting that she's walking on the treadmill the whole meeting. When she's done, she did 2 things at one time. If you focus on how you feel each time that you exercise, you'll get all the benefits of burning calories, plus the reinforcement of remembering how good it felt to do it, which will increase your motivation to do it more. That's why I see the same people on the Zoom workouts every week. You guys see the same people. And you'll also see the same people on the meetings every week. And those are the people that actually are consistently losing weight and have are very successful in what they're doing. Okay, so plan account, reward yourself for reaching your goals. Even if it could take you months, years to achieve the actual ultimate goal, giving yourself those little rewards will push you to keep going along the way. Rewards reinforce positive behavior, but only if it's meaningful. You have to remember that. It has to be something that's meaningful to you. When you reach a milestone in an exercise routine, celebrate. I used to give you guys celebrate the wins, but I took those off of yours. And we talk about that every time, but we won't talk about that. Okay. So act as if. Don't wait until you lose the weight to take that vacation, to visit that old friend, or to try that dance class. Live out your goals now and act as if you've already reached those goals. That is a great thing. Like people are like, oh, I don't want to go to my reunion until I lose all my weight. Well, that might not ever happen, right? You never know. I mean, we've all been there. I'm like, oh, I have a wedding to go to. I'm going to lose 10 pounds before the wedding. It might not happen, but still you have to do it and then be proud of yourself and act as if now you can keep going and try to reach that goal.
No, stop.
Act as if, think of a better explanation. Think of it as more of like empowering yourself to do these things. And then it will help you be more motivated to do what you're doing to get there. I talked about this, hang your motivation on your mirror. But another thing is hang your motivation in your closets. Is there a pair of jeans you want to fit in? Is there a black dress? Ada had her granddaughter's wedding. She couldn't wait to get in her dress for the wedding and it fit amazingly. She looked incredible. If there's that pair of jeans that you can't get on, if there's that dress that you can't get in, if you live in scrubs, find a pair of jeans because scrubs are very forgiving. Hang it in your closet. Try it on every 2 to 3 weeks. Don't try it on every week, but try it on every 2 to 3 weeks. Because some weeks you'll lose, the scale will move, but sometimes the opposite weeks you'll lose inches, especially with tracking macros. It's about body change transformation, not necessarily the scale moving. So keep it on display, visualize yourself wearing it. You guys all know about that visualization. Visualize yourself wearing it, visualize that promotion, visualize getting pregnant, whatever it is, and you put it out in the universe. So visualize yourself wearing that special dress, visualize how amazing you're gonna look in those photos, whatever you're doing. They say give yourself tough love. I feel like I give you guys tough love in our meetings. I'd rather you not give yourselves tough love, but be honest with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Know that tomorrow's a new day, but be honest with yourself. Yeah, I fucked up today. I, ate 3 cookies and tomorrow's a new day, but you have to be honest with yourself. And you have to be honest with me. So if you eat those 3 cookies and you don't log them, you're being honest with no one. And then when you say to me, I don't know why I didn't lose weight, I can't say, well, you ate those 3 cookies on Sunday. Because I won't know about those 3 cookies on Sunday. But if you hide it, it's going to show for sure. It'll come out of the closet per se. We talked about this last week. What will help you stay motivated is to clarify your why.
Now,
Your reason for doing this. A bunch of you did leave your reason why. And I think it's so funny that most of you that did were in the meeting, which means people didn't even watch the meeting after the fact. And I can't be everybody's keeper. And the reason why I don't guarantee your weight loss and give you your money back if you don't is because right now there's 19 people in here. There's 172 people in the app.
Oh, wow.
There's 6 people maybe that come to the workouts on Mondays. How many people put their reply in under the why? Right? But how many people? Honestly, like if you look through it, maybe, I don't think it was even 10. Might have been. Okay, so if you're going to stay motivated to lose weight, the first thing you need to do is determine what actually motivated you to do this in the first place. If you're inspired by your family, focus on how exercising will help you remain in your children's lives well into your old age, right? Ada wants to play with her grandchildren. Ada has been running 5Ks. Ada is a freaking badass. For sure.
okay,
I know I say that all the time, but she really is.
okay.
Maybe get your kids involved in your fitness, in your exercise. Play tag, play hide and seek. Do you remember when we were little, we played outside all night?
Yeah.
Red light, green light. What's in the refrigerator? Red Rover, all those things. How fun would that be to bring that back for your kids? Like, I wish I
I'm
was
not
this
sweaty
coach
and
when
I'm not a
my
mess.
kids were little. My kids are 23 and 26 now, but I wish that I could have done these things with my kids instead of saying, go play outside with your friends. Or watching them play on their Xbox or whatever it was they played with at the time. I was gonna say Atari, but I think that was when I was little.
No big deal.
That would really aged me.
Jack had
I
a
said my kids played
medic
Atari.
club.
Take it one step further, maybe
Jack had
take a
EMS
walk
club.
with your partner. I try to do that, it doesn't work, so I go by myself. You know that all
I'm
that
listening to
story.
Shannon's
In order to
meeting.
change the
It'll be
patterns
done
of
in a few
behavior, you
minutes.
first have to recognize your patterns, why they exist.
Shannon's
And if
meeting.
you can redirect them healthy weight loss motivation into a new action,
Shannon,
your
Coach
goal will
Shannon.
automatically seem more compelling and achievable.
Coach Shannon, the girl in
Put it into
Macro
your life
Center.
and it will happen. But thinking about your why, your children, your family, your parents, it could be you want to stay around to help your parents. There's so many reasons. Maybe you have sick family, parents, whatever. Ditch the daily weigh-in. So it drives me insane when 100 people are weighing in every day. Because every time you guys weigh in, I get a notification.
Oh, you don't.
That's a lot of weigh-ins every day. Plus, your body does not change on a daily basis. Your body weight fluctuates 2 to 4 pounds every 24 to 72 hours, which is why we weigh in every Monday, first thing, so it's consistent every 7 days. We weigh in the same time, same clothing, every 7 days. Once again, Friday weigh-in is just for accountability.
Nobody stole your
Not
advocacy,
really see
maybe, but
weight
I
loss
don't
and
know where
education,
it
just
is.
maintain Saturday, Sunday through Monday. Daily weigh-ins or multiple weigh-ins per day will only sap your weight loss motivation and put you on a roller coaster of emotions and can cause you to freak out by temporary upticks in the scale that have nothing to do
It
with
wasn't
body
in
fat.
there, believe me, I took everything out.
It could be
wasn't in
weight,
there.
water weight.
Hey
It
Shannon,
could be
can you
stress,
remind
it could
everyone to
be
mute their
sleep, it could be
microphones? It's
salt
hard
you
to
had
hear
the
you.
night before.
once a fucking year to do that. But you have to
Remember,
do
just
that.
because the scale moves
You
has
can't do
not,
that
doesn't
on your
have anything to do with body fat.
Just doesn't
The
work.
scale is everything that your body encompasses. That's why I always tell people, if you can get to an in-body or a DEXA scan or any of those. Did you sneeze, Sarah? I'm sorry if I didn't say God bless you. Okay, I saw you with your tissue. I always tell people to get that because that's really true numbers. You're comparing body fat to body fat. Only if you do it the same time, the first time you do it, the second time you do it, the third time you do it, and on an empty stomach, no caffeine, no exercise or food before. That's when it's really true to the numbers. So tracking your progress by creating a weight loss diary is a great thing to do. It'll help you still stay motivated. If you're social media savvy and you want to start like a social media weight loss journey, other people seeing you do it will help you stay motivated. Someone that was in the Stretch Tribe a while ago, she is now, she lost a lot of weight. I use her in my pictures all the time. Michelle, and she was also a when I first started doing this, I had like a mentor kind of thing, and she was in there posting and answering questions for people. But she's no longer in the app, and now she has like this bodybuilding boyfriend, and now she's going the opposite direction, and she's trying to get like really bulky, like muscle, like really built. And so now she's documenting that on Instagram. So you see her progression from losing her body fat, and now she's getting all the muscle. She said it helps her stay motivated. That's just an option. If you guys are shy, obviously don't do that. But we do pictures every 2 weeks just so you can see the changes, which is great. Silence your inner critic. And I have 2 minutes left. And I actually have 10 more things to talk about. So we're going to do, it's going to be a part 2 meeting. But the part 2 meeting has to be in 2 weeks because next week, actually, I'm going to end it right here. Not end it, but end what I'm doing right here because we have 2 minutes left because it's already 7:53. I talk a lot and fast. The next meeting is share and tell.
Oh,
Who's
I
my
love
favorite
that.
meeting is share and tell.
I
It
like
is my
share.
favorite freaking meeting of all of them. You know why? Because I don't have to talk the whole time. Everybody brings their favorite food, snack, drink. You bring it to the table. We go around the Zoom. We share how long you've been in the Shred Tribe, what you're bringing to show us, where you bought it, and what the macros are. And we try to get through everyone. So everybody brings 1 to 2 items just in case somebody does something already. I try to go first because I usually bring a few things. And then we go around the room. And it's very cool because I find new things. Like in my pantry right now, there's things from the last Shred Tribe and the Shred Tribe before that I didn't even know existed. And then I put them in my Amazon shop. So in case you guys don't know where to get them, you can pull them from there as well. So that's next week. And I wanted to make sure I got that out on the table. Share and tell is next week. If you have friends that are in the Shred Tribe that are not in this meeting and you know they're not going to watch the meeting, please let them know. I will do a post as well. I have less than a minute. I just choked on my water. I have less than a minute. So message me if you want to be in the step challenge. Share and tell is next week. And I hope I see you again during the week. I'm going to try to do a pop-up. I always say, well, I try to, but it never really happens. Okay. I'm going to end this before we get cut off. Remember, always be badass. Thank you so much, guys, for staying on. Hopefully you got a nugget out of this meeting, and I will see you guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye.